Today we've got a new beer for the channel. This one is from the brewery Liquid Light, based in Nottingham, and this is their Dragonaut IPA. What's it going to be like? Could this be another new exciting brewery that we want to drink more of? Keep on watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Now, it seems like all the beer I've been drinking recently has been bought from a supermarket, and I did buy some beers at the beginning of the month from the bottle shop, and I just feel that I'm not getting through them just because all these new supermarket beers are coming through, and I know people want to know what they can buy easily, so I've been reviewing them. But they've all been quite good. Certainly the M&S ones, I think they've been good without being great. But now I'm really in the need for some really great beer. I want to find the next gem, the next real special brewery, the next great beer, So this is a review today of Liquid Light. It's called Dragonaut, very sort of rock sort of name. And I'm not quite sure what this sort of can art's all about. Could it be a dragon print, or is it just sort of some bubbles? I'm not really sure. But this is a Dragonaut IPA. It's got 4 different hops in it, so I'm expecting good things. We've got Galaxy, Idaho 7, Azacca, which is becoming one of my favourite hops, and Citra. It's got barley and oats in it. It's vegan friendly though, 6.2%. Let's crack it open and see what it's all about. So I'm looking forward to this. It's an IPA. It obviously doesn't say it's a New England style IPA, but with those sort of hops, I'm expecting it to be more along those sort of lines. Certainly beer in the glass, we're getting a very sort of orangey sort of colour. Get it all in there. There's quite a lot of high levels of carbonation. You can see those bubbles there as they sort of stick up the glass. We've got literally a 1 finger of sort of just off white head. It's very orange, it's very golden, it's very hazy. It looks very lovely, and I can already get some of those sort of aromas already now. But let's get a real good nose. Yeah, that smells so. It's got all those sort of pineapple and passion fruit, papaya, and then there's all those sort of citrus, lemons, limes, and oranges. Oh, a bit of mango in there. I mean, it's a real tropical fruit medley, really. It smells really good. I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit, the carbonation, the head is literally going. So I'm going to dive in right away. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, that's a real sort of fruit salad of flavour. Carbonation is a little bit, what would I call it? I like to use the word prickly. It's that sort of, it's not like a New England where you get that really sort of soft sort of style. It's very sort of more like you'd expect from a pale ale. But it sort of works in that it gets all those flavours buzzing around the mouth. And the flavour's similar to the aroma. It's difficult. There's lots going on in it, but there's nothing really sort of jumping out. I'm going again. Quite a lot of mango in the front. And that sort of, and you've got passion fruit and papaya in there. And then you've got a whole medley of sort of citrus fruits. I'm not really getting much pineapple in that now. There's maybe a little bit. And I'm tasting it, I think it reminds me of something. And I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It has the sort of profile of a lot of Polly's beers. Now, I know they use lots of different beers and they have lots of different hops in their beers. So, but it's just something about it. It's really juicy though. There's no bitterness. No, I'm getting, it's quite dry. It's almost like it's double dry hops in that it's dry, the dryness that it gives your mouth. But I'm not really getting any sort of bitterness. I'm not getting orange rind that much. I'm not getting grapefruit really. But there's a lot going on in this. It's really good actually. It's a really good beer. I'm a little bit disappointed that the head is literally sort of died, and to be honest, I'm almost expecting that to me you know, and give it a much more softer, but it's quite a nice, I say nice, I mean, it's a medium to almost high level of carbonation and quite zippy around the mouth. But I think that actually aids it because there's so much going on that you want to get all that washed around your mouth. You're not getting that nice soft profile that you get with a New England style, but you're not really getting much. You know, it's still quite low in bitterness and it's still really juicy. You know, the best description, this is a big juice bomb, 6.2%. Let's have a quick read, see if there's anything else on the can. It says, combination of 4 of our favourite hops gives aromas and flavours of citrus and tropical fruit with distinct notes of papaya and passion fruit. Yeah, I mean, I think they are the notes, but I would also put mango in there, really. But it's just got a real tropical, citrusy, fruity. It's just really, really fruity. And to be honest, it's a really good beer. I mean, I'm knocking it back. And I think it's the dryness of it. In that, you know, it dries the throat, but not in an unpleasant way, but in a way that it makes you think, I've got to drink more of this. I want to get more of those fruit flavours in, and you drink it more, and you get those big hit of fruit flavours. Then you get that drying effect, and then then you repeat, until you suddenly realise you've drank it down. It's a really good beer. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for the Liquid Light Brewery Company and their Dragonaut IPA. 4 different hops, 6.2%. It's a real juice bomb. You can tell it's a real hop forward type of beer with those 4 different hops in. But going through the scores, aroma first. Well, I don't know, there's something about this beer that just reminds me of Polly's, and it's a little bit in terms of what they do, and that has a characteristic. You pop the can open and already you can get that aroma or before you've even put it to your nose. And this beer is quite similar. It's just got real tropical fruits and citrus fruits and all kinds of different fruit in there in the aromas. It smells really good and really inviting. I'm giving it 14 for aroma. Appearance-wise, well, I mean, although the colour is a lovely sort of, I mean, you'd almost say that that's getting to that sort of straw colour. It's a little, when I first opened it, I thought it was quite orangey, but actually when I look at it now, it's pretty much golden, almost to a level where it's just like a dark yellow. The head's a little bit disappointed. It sort of died quite quickly. I don't know the way that was the way I poured it. But there's quite a lot of carbonation, and maybe that's the reason. So appearance-wise, yeah, I mean, it does look like orange juice, but I'm giving it a 7 for appearance. Flavour-wise, well, I think this is a really good beer. I'm interested because this is a new brewery we've not tried before. Liquid Light Brew Co. They're based in Nottingham. I think the flavour of this is pretty good, and it reminds me a little bit of those very big fruit-forward flavour of Polly's beers. As if there's a lot, I think, and that's probably maybe due to the fact that I reckon there's a lot of hops, a big sort of level of hops going into the brewed process here. So you're getting the big citrus and tropical notes. Passion fruit and papaya are jumping out. Mango's jumping out. There's not really much bitterness. There's not really, you get a big fruit bomb through the start and the middle of it, and then you get this sort of dryness at the back end, and that just makes you want to drink it again. And I think that the dryness and the fruit flavour is a really great combination to make you drink it. I mean, I'm drinking this down pretty quickly. I thought I would be doing this review and I'd sit down and have half the beer, but I think I'm not going to have that. It's very hop forward, but it's got lots of flavour, so I'm giving it 34. Value for money, I can't even remember how much I paid for this. I think it was probably about £4.50, something like that. So, not bad. 4 different hops, 6.2%. I think there's a lot of flavour in that, so I'm giving it 8 out of 10. And then my overall experience, well, it's a nice beer. I mean, as I say, this beer, it just reminds me of when I drink a Polly's beer. It's so hop forward. There's loads of hops. I'm always getting to the point now with that dryness. I'm thinking it's not bitterness, but it's almost like that hoppy flavour that you get, the hoppy sensation when you have a beer that's got lots of hops in. I know some people would call it hop burn. I wouldn't say it's a hop burn, but it's a big hop forward beer. So if you don't like hoppy beers, you won't like it. If you love hoppy beers, I think you'll love it though. I think it's really good. Carbonation wise, maybe a little bit high on the carbonation, or I preferred a bit more softness there, a little bit more, maybe a bit more oats in the blend. But it's still a very good, enjoyable beer, and I'm going to give this 15 for my overall experience. So we top those scores up, and Dragonaut IPA from Liquid Light, I want to say Liquid Sky for some reason, Liquid Light Brewing Company, is a 78. So it's a recommended beer, White Snake beer. It's getting close to the sort of highly recommended into the 80s, a high level, 78. That's a good score. And to be honest, this is for me, drinking this, I mean, it's a bit more expensive, but after drinking all those supermarket beers, you can tell that there's a lot more gone into this. There's less cut in the margins for this beer. You know that they haven't gone, oh, we better not put as much hops in because it costs more, or you need to change the brewing and water it down a little bit, because this is a full flavour, full hoppy beer. It's pretty good. So let me know if you've had any other beers by Liquid Light before, whether you've had the Dragonaut and you think this is a great beer. I think it's a great beer. I mean, I do like Galaxy Idaho 7, Azacca and Citra. Seems like a good foursome of hops there. Good beer, give it a try. If you see this one, or if you see anything by Liquid Light, give them a try, because I think they're a brewery worth checking out. So 78, I'm going to slide this one down slow and easy, what's left of it. And until the next one, keep on rocking.